Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Got the tea. Friday night men's meeting, man. I know I ain't did this in a while. Uh, I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the podcast, YouTube cast, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. I want to thank you. Appreciate y'all. You can check out this fly shirt right here. You can go on my website. You can't get this necklace, but you can get this dope shirt right here. GunbyPublishing.BigCartel.com. You can get both my books over there, Stigmatism in My Soul. You can get some t-shirts over there. You can get some hats, baseball caps. You can get all that over there. And I want to thank you in advance. I also want you ask you to please subscribe to my Patreon channel if you want to get some exclusive content. I put a lot of stuff over there on Patreon, man. Lately, I've been writing a lot of stuff, things that have been on my soul. I just go over there and I write and I post it. And, that's what I've been going on. Gerardo, I see you. Aiden, Jay Lewis, what's happening? Everybody come on in. This is the podcast with Soul. And this all started from a $3 window when I was doing videos on my old YouTube channel, my other channel. I shouldn't say old because it's still active. The Window Cleaner with Soul. Tonight is the Friday night men's meeting, man. We live, we in Jersey, you know what it is. We looking good, we feeling good, and we drinking some dope tea from my man Vanos, one of the vendors that came down to my joint in Miami. You understand, the entrepreneurship conference, the downtown Hilton, which was a massive success. My man Vanos came down there, and he gave me some tea. So we sipping on that, man. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show, man. Sean G. Sean G in the house, man. Sean G. It don't never stop. It don't never stop. Friday night men's meeting, man. Y'all see my dope background in the back. You see my camera. You see my fan. You see boxes of shirts and hats, all that over there, my golf clubs. Case of toilet paper, all of that in there, other computer, all that's in the background. And that's all right. It's still the dopest podcast ever. The podcast with Soul, y'all. Welcome. Come on in. Listen, man, I got it, man. Friday night men's meeting. I gave my nigga Black the number. He's supposed to be calling. He said he might. He didn't say he would. He said he might. Said it was under consideration. Can y'all hear me good, man? Can y'all hear me good? Rod Durham, Jeremy Jacobs, what's happening? Soap, man. Yeah, Soap, man. Tell her, man, my fan better than your fan. You see my fan back there. Can y'all hear me good? You need me to turn my mic up? Y'all tell me what you need me to do, man. You tell me what you need me to do, and I'll do it. Where do we start, man? Friday night men's meeting. I can go so many different ways on this topic, man, but what I really want to touch on tonight is, be a man in every situation, man. Manhood is very attractive. Manhood is very attractive, and female tendencies and female ways inside of a man is very unattractive. What I strive to be is I strive to be a man amongst men. And I teach my son, right? Little Sean, y'all see him on my channel. I'm hard on the little guy, man. Tough love. But let me stress love. because I understand that he's only 10 years old and he has no idea what it's going to take, what kind of world he's got in front of him when he reaches manhood in another 10 years. And I want him to be prepared. I want him to be prepared because I wasn't prepared. Raised by a single mother who pretty much did everything for me. And I wasn't ready for manhood when the time came. And my performance in life bared witness to that. And it would behoove me, and it's incumbent upon me to make sure that he's ready. And how do I do that? I do that by being a material, active participant in his life. I do that by when I see the things in him that when I look back on my life at that age, I see myself. It's my job and my duty to eradicate those things out of him immediately and to show him and to tell him why I'm doing what I'm doing. Right, and to let him know that it's to get him ready for the get ready. You know, one thing about my mother, shout out to Georgia Gunby, man. Georgia Gunby's still alive, man. This is the podcast with Soul. I want to tell my mother that I love her. And I'm going to dedicate this episode to her. Georgia Gunby's still alive, nigga. One thing about my mother that I thank her for now, looking back. I'm 52 years old. I'm 52. I'm fit over 50. I know I don't look it. But at 52 years old, I look back and I'm grateful and I'm thankful that she heaped a whole lot of responsibility on me at an early age. And it was done, I don't really know her motivation. Maybe she had some other motivations as to why she did it. Born in Passaic, New Jersey, Beth Israel Hospital, Parker Avenue. Shout out to Beth Israel Hospital, the greatest hospital in the world. You know why? Because I was born there. I was born in Beth Israel Hospital. I was raised in Botany Village on Lake Avenue, 77 Lake Avenue, apartment number 8 in the city of Clifton, New Jersey. And then I moved on the other side of town in the Richfield Village section of Clifton in the 4th grade. But as early as I remember, we walked to school. Shout out to everybody that walked to school in the 70s, man. If you walked in school in the 70s, man, shout out to you. We walked to school. Me and my friend Timmy, we lived in the same building. Timmy lived upstairs. He was 3 years older than me. And we walked to school from kindergarten and first grade. And my mother was working. During this, I think at this point, she was an LPN, a licensed practical nurse. Shout out to Georgia Gunby, all the LPNs around the world. And we walked to school and we walked home. First, second, and third grade. Without a doubt, I remember it as clear as day. And I remember her giving me a key. I had a key to my apartment. And my instructions was, take your ass home when you get out of school, take your ass home, go in the house, and call me. And I did precisely that in order to keep from getting an ass whooping. Because in the 70s, you got ass whoopings when you didn't do what you were supposed to do. At least you got them on 77 Lake Avenue in apartment 8. I got them. Shout out if you got an ass whooping in the 70s, man. And I think at that time they called us latchkey kids. Latchkey kids, kids that walked to school, had their own key, their parents were working, and you walked home from school and you used your key to go in your house. Your mother told you when I called her, go lock the door, make sure the door locked, turn the TV on and watch TV. I'll be there in a little while. And she'll tell you, and she used to say this to me all the time, and she'd tell everybody, she said, I raised Sean over the telephone. And that was true because after she was an LPN, she went back to school at Passaic County Community College in Paterson, New Jersey. Shout out to Passaic County College, man. And she studied to become an RN, a registered nurse. And passed the test to become a nurse in 1980. Shout out to Georgia Gunby, all the registered nurses, man, 1980. I was 11 years old at the time. And she began to work at Beth Israel, Passaic General, Barnett Hospital in Paterson, St. Joe's, Daughters of Miriam on Hazel Street, and she also did private duty. Sometimes my mother would work 16 hours a day. She would go to work from 7 to 3 and then work from 3 to 11. And I remember that the only time I would see her would be in the morning when she was walking out the door at 20 minutes to 7 so she can get to her 7 to 3 shift. She said, Sean, get up. She'd wake me up, go brush your teeth and get dressed. She would go to work. As soon as she got to work, she would call me about 7:30 to make sure I was up and that I was getting ready to go to school. And then she would tell me, when you get out of school, walk your ass home and call me at 3. I think we got out at 3:15. Call me at 3:30 or whatever, 3:45. And I had the number to the hospital, wherever she was working. And I would call, and She say, do your homework or whatever you had to do and go outside and come back in when it get dark. When the street lights come on, bring your ass in the house. And that was my life. That was my life. And that's how I was raised. And she had to work 2 shifts, 16 hours a day, and do private duty. Sometimes she'd go 24 hours. And she did that so that I can have all the other things that the kids in the neighborhood had. I could have new sneakers, new clothes, clean socks, clean drawers, food in the refrigerator. And she also saved up money for me to go to college. And also used a lot of that money on juvenile court and Judge Ferranti in Patterson to keep me out of Jamesburg. I got a bowl of cherries, y'all. Y'all see it. We eating cherries. And, you know, that was a lot of responsibility, man. And she taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches. She taught me how to make steakums. Anybody remember steakums from the 80s? The box of steakums, they came in like 2 thin strips of meat. And you put them in a frying pan, you put some cheese on them joints, man, and you had some steakums, man. Or you get you a grilled cheese, 2 pieces of bread, put some cheese in there, put it in the frying pan with some butter, you fry it. And I learned how to cook and do all of that, man. 4th, 5th, 6th grade. True story, man. And she always made sure she bought me a watch. Don't nobody wear watches no more. You know, everybody got a cell phone. But at that time, she made sure, she said, you got your watch on? Because I'm going to call you, come in the house. Make sure my door locked, somebody trying to come in this morning. At 6 o'clock, come home and call me. And I'll let you know if you can go back outside. If it ain't too dark, you can go back out. But if it's dark, you stay your ass in the house. And that phone, she would be sitting by the phone at her job at 5:58, 5:59, 6 o'clock, 6:01, waiting for me to call. And whether I was able to go back out and keep playing or not was dependent upon how close to 6 o'clock I called. And if I didn't call at all, I had an ass whooping coming. This the Friday night men's meeting, man. This the podcast with Soul. This is the dopest podcast ever. You know why? Because I'm on here. And what that did is it made me independent, man. And I'm not sure if it was a result of necessity. Excuse me, y'all. I burped. Excuse me. You burp. You burp. You burp too. You know, but, and then check this out. Check me out. Check me out, man. Georgia Gunby still alive, man. Check me out. Now, after she went to 7 to 3 and then went to 3 to 11, and I had to come in the house when it got dark. If it got dark at 7 o'clock, I'm in the house. I had to come in, lock the door, make me something to eat, maybe some cereal, right? And then I had to run my own bath water. I didn't take showers back then. See, back then in the 70s and 80s, you took baths, man. You ran water in the bathtub, and you got the Dawn and the dish soap that you wash the dishes with, and that's what you made your bubbles with, man. Check me out, man. It's the Friday night men's meeting, man. It's the podcast with Soul. It's the podcast with Soul, man. It's Sean G. Represent. I had to come in, run my own bath water, take a bath by myself, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, put my drawers on, pajamas if I was doing that on, turn the TV on, and wait till she got home at 11. But most of the time, by the time she got home, she'd leave the hospital at 11. She'd get home 11:20, 11:24, 11:32. I'd be asleep, so I wouldn't even get to see her. And the next time I would see her would be the next morning. She'd be pushing me, waking me up at 20 minutes to 7 as she's getting ready to walk out the door with her coffee to go back to work. And what this taught me, man, was independence, right? And that's why today I grew up as an only child. I'm comfortable alone. I'm never lonely. I just be alone. Check me out, man. I don't be lonely, nigga. I just be alone. Chilling like Matt Dillon. Ain't robbing, ain't stealing. And it taught me responsibility. It taught me independence. It taught me to be careful about time. And that's what it was. And now back to Little Sean. Little Sean is going into the 5th grade. And that's why life is so beautiful, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the live tonight. Thank you for coming through. Please hit that like button, man. If you hit the like button, from what they tell me, they'll send out more notifications to more people. I don't make Little Sean's bed up no more. I don't get Little Sean's clothes out no more. He's 10 years old. When I go to the laundromat and bring the clothes back, I unpack my shit out of the bag and leave my stuff in my bed. And I put his clothes, his socks, his drawers, his shirts, his shorts, his pants on his bed so he can put them up in his drawer. And he can hang his shirts up in his closet. Yes, I do. He runs his own shower water, dries himself off, washes his own hair, washes his own ass. Oh, I got to watch him sometimes because sometimes he just like to get in the water and just stay in the water and tell him, don't put no soap on, just be in the water. Who did that in the 70s? Check me out, y'all. You don't even put no soap on, you just be in the shower. Sean, you washing? Yeah, I'm washing. You don't be washing. You just be in the water. And I got him washing his own dishes now. I taught him how to make his own ramen noodles. I taught him how to boil eggs already. I fix his plate. When he's done eating, when I let him eat in his room, he got to bring his own paper plate and throw his, because we eat off paper plate. If you eat off paper plates, man, shout out to you, man. He throws his own paper plate out. If we eat on our good plates, I make him wash it. In other words, what I'm saying is, I see my mother in me, and I see me in him. And I'm getting him ready for the get ready. But there's a huge difference. Is instead of it being over the phone from a woman as what I got, he's getting it from a man in person in life. Check me out, y'all. This is a men's meeting. This is the Friday night men's meeting. This is the podcast with Soul. Leaving all the suckers in the dust. No competition, kid. You ain't no competition. Remember that. We ain't never scared. He's got his own key. I let him go outside in the front. He's got a couple of kids he hangs out with over here. And when they have beef, I don't get involved. I let him handle his beef. He's got 2 kids he hangs out with here. They beef. They be cool. You know how your friends used to hang out with growing up? Y'all start hanging out early Saturday morning after cartoons. Y'all don't even watch cartoons on. Shout out to the cartoons on Saturday, man. Saturday morning cartoons, man. Bugs Bunny, the Road Runner, Fat Albert, the Cosby Kicks, Hong Kong Phooey, Woody Woodpecker, right? Tom and Jerry. Check me out, y'all. The Super Friends. And after cartoons was over, and you watched Soul Train, because you had to watch Soul Train, you went outside, 11 o'clock, you met up with everybody at 11. By 11:27, there was a fight. 30 minutes later, you're all riding your bikes to the store to go steal some gum, steal candy, steal 3 Musketeers. Who stole from the local candy store in the 70s, man? Check me out, man. Check me out. Check me out. And we used to go, back then, the store we used to go to had a magazine section. They had the BMX bikes, the hot rod race cars, the muscle and fitness, and they had the porn magazine, Hustler and Playboy, all the porn magazine. And what we would do in the 5th and 6th grade, we would go get a BMX magazine, put a Playboy or Hustler magazine inside, and open up the BMX joint to make the dude that owned the store think we was reading about the bikes, but we really was looking at the kitty cat. Check me out, y'all. Check me out. I had a childhood. This the Friday Night Men's Meet, man. This the podcast with Soul. Penthouse, Big Neff. I'm snitching. Showing G on the snitch tip tonight. We snitching, man. We used to put the Hustler magazine inside of the hot rod, man. Yeah, we did that. And I don't get involved in his beefs with him. I look out the window and I make sure that when he goes out of this house, I say, Sean, don't take no shit off nobody. When I drop him off at school in the morning, he get out the car, he said, Dad, I'll see you later. I said, all right, I'll see you later. I said, don't take no shit off nobody. Somebody push you push him back. Somebody hit you hit him back. Somebody kick you kick him back. I tell him that. That's how I was raised. And this is the point that I wanted to get to. Is that my mother wasn't raising me. When I look back on it now, she wasn't raising me because she already had the plan. She wasn't raising me to be living with her in my 20s, man. She wasn't doing that. What she was doing was she was grooming me for the day that I graduated high school in 1987 at 18 years old. I graduated in June. And by August, 60 days later, I was a freshman at Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia, living in the dorms by myself. And she was always raising me. She wasn't raising me to be a grown-ass nigga living in the house with a mother, man. She wasn't doing that, man. She wasn't doing that. Everything that she did, when I look back on it now, is crystal clear It's crystal clear that she was raising me to be able to take care of me when I became of age, man. Yes, indeed. And although I wasn't a man at that point at 18, 19, 20, I was still a boy, I was still a child. I still had enough responsibility to manage and maneuver. And yeah, that's what it was. And I'm doing the exact same thing to little Sean. I'm not raising him to be up under me. I'm not raising him to be up under me, to have a need, a strong spiritual and mental need to be up under his mother or his father. I'm always going to be there for him as a resource, without a doubt. But for him to be just up under me, relying upon me, I'm not training him for that. I'm training him to be independent and to be strong and to be able to stand on his own square. God bless the child that's got his own. And I see so many dudes, men, living at home with their mothers in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Or they're living with a woman, a girl, who's taking care of them and they're contributing absolutely nothing to the household. Never me, homeboy. Never me, homeboy. Never that. Never that. And it ain't gonna be my son because he got my name. And that is what I pretty much was trying to say with everything that I said, man. I want to welcome everybody in, man. This is the podcast with Soul. This is my third episode. I'm new at this, y'all, so you gotta bear with me. I like playing with these buttons here. Check this out. Yeah. And I teach Sean to be aggressive. I teach him to have confidence and believe in himself. I work with him. He stutters. He's got some insecurities about that. I work with him with that, more so on the mental tip than anything, because I had a real bad stuttering problem, man. In my childhood years, I mean, I would be like, I had it bad, man. I had it bad, man. I stuttered bad. I stuttered bad. And I know that that contributed a lot to my low self-esteem, my negative self-perception, because I got made fun of as a result of that. And I can see it in him. And I'm just so glad that I'm able to be here. And I joke with him about it so that it doesn't hurt as much as when he hears it from a kid on the playground or a kid in the cafeteria or a kid in the hallway or even his friends over here. We already done joked about it because, you know, kids are honest. They gonna say what it is. They gonna make fun of you. That's what kids do. You know, that's what we did. But I work with him on his mental game And I got to tell you that when I see him, Dia Blaze, what's up, baby? When I see him amongst his peers, kids his age, I got to say this, and not just because I'm his pops, but I can see he's usually way ahead, way more adjusted, way more confident, and mentally tougher than a lot of the kids his age. I got the dope tea in there. And I like that. That makes me feel good when I see that. And that lets me know that what I'm doing it right. You know, we got to be men in every situation. Men have a responsibility that women don't have. Men have a responsibility that children don't have. In the movie The Godfather, the Don Corleone, I forget who he says this to, but he says, there's a line that he says in there. He might have said it to Michael. He says, women and children can be careless, but not men. There's a different level of responsibility for men and manhood that women don't have. That's why we're men. The man is the head. He's at the top of the food chain. Without a doubt. That's the way it was set up. That's the way the universe decreed it. The masculine gene, the male gene, is the dominant gene. That's a fact. And with that being the case, there are certain things that's required of us that's not required of women, and women can't do. And it's a certain attitude, it's a certain erectness in our backs. It's a certain body language. It's a certain eye contact. It's a certain demeanor. It's a certain inflection of the voice that defines manhood. And we need to teach that to these young people. You know, it's so dope. It's so dope. You know, I want to shout out all of my young dudes, man, in their 20s that send me emails and that DM me and that pay for my one-on-one mentoring sessions through my Patreon channel. I have a one-on-one mentoring session if you want to get involved. It costs $100. And with that, we could do 2 FaceTimes for 30 minutes apiece. We can deal with whatever issues that you want to deal with. it usually ends up being more, because once we get involved, we usually talk more than that. And I get calls and DMs from young dudes from Europe, white kids from Europe, Asian kids from Asia, India, Malaysia, brothers in Africa, young kids reaching out to me, Australia, New Zealand, South America, Chile, Bolivia, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil, all throughout the Caribbean, California, Texas, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, Jersey, Brooklyn, Harlem, Cleveland. Basically all over the world. And what's crazy is that all of these young dudes are struggling with the same issue of being fatherless, or coming from situations where there was no male figure around. And they come to my channel and they see me, and I never set out to do this. I never set out to be this. But they've elected me. They call me Unc. And they tell me, yo, Sean G, you my role model, you my father figure, you my uncle, you my OG, you know, you my old head, I look up to you, you changed my life. These are the things that they telling me. All of these young kids from all over the world, all different complexions, different religions, Israel, Palestine, all over the world, they reach out to me, man, every single day. And the story is always the same. And they want manhood. They want masculinity so bad. Some of them were raised in households with their grandmother and the mother, and then they got dropped off by the auntie with her daughters, so they got female cousins and the niece. So they didn't spend no times with no dudes. And they began, because they hung around women so much, they respond to situations of pressure with anxiety and worry, which is indicative of a feminine response. Not dissing the women, not knocking the women, but this is real. Instead of dealing with adversity with a resolute spirit and a tight mind and a resolute will, augmented by self-confidence, self-esteem, and a positive self-perception. This is how real men are supposed to respond to life. And I talk to these kids, and I love them, and I listen to them. And a lot of times, all they really just need from me is just to listen to them. And then when I see things or I hear things, I point stuff out to them. And, you know, I get them on their way. But this is a pervasive issue that's going on around the planet, man, with these young kids of all nationalities, religions, creeds, and colors from all over the world. All of them are suffering from some type of fractured personality, some type of fractured spirit, a fractured soul, or incomplete. You know how you put a puzzle together and then there's one piece missing, and you can't see the pieces that put together. All you can see is that one piece that's missing. And no matter how many pieces, it could be 3,400,000 pieces that you've put together, but it ain't fully together because there's one piece missing, man. And a lot of people are, especially young dudes, are walking around like this, man. And you know, I don't know what to tell you. These are just observations I'm making. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? The hell is that? Oh, it must be fireworks. Y'all hear that? Alec Miserall Rush in the building. You know, that's why I get down with Little Sean the way I get down with him, because I want him to be better than what I was. And, you know, just to try to put him in the best position to win, man. Yo, welcome, man, to the Friday Night Men's Meeting. My name is Sean G. This is the podcast with Soul. All right, y'all. I'm gonna open up the phone line. I'm trying to. Can y'all see the phone number up there? Can y'all see the phone number up there? I know where I could put it. Hold on. I know where I could put it. There we go. All right, let me see how that looks now. Can y'all see the phone number? Phone line is open, man. If anybody wants to call in and add to the conversation, feel free. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. I'm new at this, y'all, so y'all gotta work with me. No, that's not it. Let's make it a little bigger. All right, can y'all see? Y'all can see that phone number now, right? If anybody wants to call in, man, and contribute to what we've already started. Wrong one. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, there we go. You can call in 862-333-6878. Take your call. It's a Friday Night Men's Meeting. Make sure you go on my website, gunbypublishing.bigcartel.com. Get you a shirt and a hat. Please subscribe to my Patreon channel. That link is right there underneath the phone number. If you want to support the platform, there's my Cash App and my PayPal, and I thank you in advance for that. But this is the Friday night men's meeting. What's going on? Jay the Bar God, I hope to get that point where you at. In my 20, I was a father figure to a lot of kids in my neighborhood. Nothing is better than helping out youth. Dia Blaze, Elliot Wave, Alec Mizaroff. All right. Luca Pop, muscle ups and chocolate milk, no weed though. Nah, we don't smoke no weed. Yo, Al Ra, what's up, man? I got your book. Shout out to Al Ra, man. Al Ra, you still in here? This is my man Al Ra's book. I need y'all to check this out. Player's Remorse. I'm going to be doing a full video on this with his contact information and all that. I haven't read it yet. You know, I don't like to do fake promos. I've seen a lot of people where I've given them a book. They've gotten my book, told me they haven't read it. And then we go on the show, they do the interview, and they say that they've read it. It's a great book. I don't do that. I haven't read it yet. And so I ain't going to say nothing about it other than this is my man. He wrote this. It was a #1 bestseller on Amazon, Player's Remorse by Al Rahim Burke. That's his name right there. Can y'all see that? But when I do read it, I'm going to give my honest assessment of it because that's my brand, authenticity and truth. I'm going to read this probably tomorrow, man, or Sunday, one of them. I just don't like, I didn't get no sleep. I was going to read it today, but I didn't get no sleep. So my mind don't work right. When I don't get my proper rest, my mind don't work right. My attitude be short. My patience be short. My temper be hot. So I got to be careful with what I do when I don't get my proper sleep, man. So we got to make sure that we get our proper rest because that's a part of being healthy, man, and staying fit over 50. Phone line is open, man. 862-333-6878. Anybody want to contribute anything to the discussion tonight? We talked about, men things, man, being responsible and teaching these male kids the right way. Because a lot of them are so hurt. A lot of these young dudes are so hurt. They've had such traumatic experiences growing up in these broken households, these dysfunctional households, and being raised by women that they don't know how to properly respond and communicate. Communication, I find a lot of them, are just not good with communicating, man. Even when I do my sessions with them, if I call them on the Instagram, FaceTime, or, WhatsApp, a lot of them can't look you in the eye. Even if you meet young kids in the street, you look at, they can't look you in the eye. Their self-esteem is so low. And I always tell little Sean, I've been telling him that from the beginning, that whenever we go somewhere, if we order in a quarter pounder at McDonald's, you look the person, the cashier, register person in the eye, you say what you want, and anybody that talks to you, you look back at them in the eye. You don't look down at the ground. You don't look over there. You look at the person. That's respect. That's how you get respect. You give respect. Shout out to everybody that hit that like button, man. Thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. I need y'all to do me a favor, man. I need y'all to subscribe to my Patreon channel, man. Go on my Patreon. It's $5 a month. I put videos up over there, and I put little written messages up over there. It's worth it. I think we got a call coming in. Podcast with Soul.
Sean, what's going on?
Al Ra, what's up, baby?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Listen, I was sitting here watching your podcast, and I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and I seen you had the book in your hand. So I wanted to publicly thank you, first of all, for promoting the book and also for encouraging me and inspiring me to write the book.
Shout out to Al Ra, man. Listen, independent authors, we got to support independent authors. Al Ra, you want to give them your phone number, your Instagram. I know you got your trucker hats coming. You got some bucket hats, Pro Se, your line of clothes, your big cartel. Plug all that shit while you up here now, man. While you got the platform.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the book. It's Players Remorse. It's available on Amazon and Apple Books. It's only $5. It's a short read, right to the point. I also have some hats. That's Pro Se Apparel. You can find that on Instagram at Pro Se Apparel NJ. And I also have some clothing coming with a brand I created called Jenesse Qua. That's JEN.NES.SEI.QUA.
Okay, listen, man. Y'all support that, man. Al Ra is a friend to the channel. Been supporting my channel since I had probably under 1,000 subscribers or somewhere around there. So, we got to support independent content creators, man, because there is no check. There is no dental plan. There is no medical plan. There's no paid vacation. There's no sick leave. You eat what you kill. And Al Ra,
Sean, I don't want to hold it up, but I just wanted to publicly thank you, man, for everything that you've done. And just continue success, bro. And I'm riding with you.
Man, you got it, man. You got it. You don't want to add nothing on the, the masculinity of these young dudes and teaching these young men, these young boys how to be men and how a lot of them, you can see the brokenness in them.
Oh, well, that's a fact. That's a problem definitely our people have. And, brothers like you were definitely helping it, though.
Okay.
Brothers like you were helping it.
Yeah.
It's hard for a man to be raised by a woman and turn out to be a strong man. It's hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard. And I think the things that you do is helping more people than you even know.
Thank you, man.
For real, man. For real. Like I said, listen, Sean, I'm 46 years old. I'm far from a boy, and you inspire and encourage me, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It seems like, Al Ra, when you went to that conference in Miami, man, it's like you just came back. You just shifted into like it was some kind of confirmation for you, man.
Listen, like I said, the book happened in Miami. It started to rain, and I just got to thinking, and
That's Sunday. That day after the conference.
That's Sunday, right. The book was written on my iPhone primarily in Miami when I was there for your conference. So, yeah. Yup. And then, I got home and I just got to thinking I had a lot of idle time because I was off work for a few weeks or whatever. And, things that I had in my mind that I should have done a long time ago, I just put into motion. And the conference definitely helped spark that.
That conference, man, you and a few other people, man, that attended, they came back and they I could see them on Instagram. They just took their shit to a whole nother level, man. I think that, man. So it benefited a lot of people, man.
Right. Yeah. It definitely benefited me. Like I said, I was inspired by it, man. Like I said, I came home and like I said, I had some of these ideas for a while, and it's just like, I just got busy. You know what I'm saying? I just got busy. I seen what other people was doing. Like I said, I watch your channel a lot, and just to see things that you do inspired me to do things.
Thank you, man. Listen, man.
And I think you're doing an excellent job with Little Sean. I heard earlier when you were saying how you don't baby him and coddle him, and that's good. That's good.
We're not doing that. I mean, me and his mother, we co-parent, so I'm sure he gets enough of that over there. It ain't going down over here like that.
Right.
And
I think you're doing an excellent job with him, man.
Thank you, man.
You're doing an excellent job with him.
All right.
I mean, it's rare you see a father so involved nowadays, especially in our community. So that needs to be commended.
All right. I appreciate you, man. Al Ra on the check-in, man, on the phone call. Players Remorse. The book is on Apple Books. It's on Amazon.com. And
it was a bestseller on Amazon.
Bestseller on Amazon. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to be doing a video on it. I'm going to post it to my Instagram and to my other YouTube channel, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Yo, Al Ra, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Man, you got it, kid.
Salute to the chat, too.
That's right. I appreciate you, man.
All right, Sean.
Peace out. Phone line is open, man. Phone line is open, man. What's going on with y'all? Yeah, don't nobody want to talk? Don't nobody want to talk? This is the Friday night men's meeting. And this is the podcast with Soul. This is a buffoonery-free zone. We're not doing that over here. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Please share this live if you like what you heard. When you get off the live, share it with somebody, man, and tell them to subscribe. We're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at like 800 and some change now. Let me see exactly how many. Let me see. 845, man. Thank you, man. Thank everybody, man, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. So I'm glad y'all came through. Hassan Nassar, what's up, man? Can you guys hear me good? Is everything clear? Is the sound clear? I probably should have asked y'all that an hour ago, right? Everything good, y'all? All right. I don't know. Y'all thought I was going, everything's good. Okay, cool. Hassan Nassar's in the building. M3R crew. M3RK crew. What's up, man? I see you. Alec Mizarov. The Blazers in here. Zoom it out a bit. Prod Swife. I don't know how to do all of this, man. I don't want to touch too much stuff here, man, because I messed it up the last time. D Block. Alec Mizarov, masculine men have the ultimate advantage in today's feminized world. Can't reject biology, human nature. Aiden Miller. I'm going to have to peep that being a 21-year-old trying to make it in this world. Soap man. Al Ra in here. Shout out to everybody, man, that came through. All right, Aiden. What's up with you? DK. Jeremy Jacobs. Yep, no echoing like the first two. All right. Cool. Man, shout out to my man, Chris Donnelly, man. I'm going to have, you see my whole lower third here, this little green part and the spinning logo. This brother did all of this for me, man. He's a kid from Florida. I met him. He came to my conference, to the entrepreneurship conference, and he set this up for me. He builds apps. He builds websites. He does graphic design. He makes flyers. And I'm going to have him on here somehow one day. Chronicles AJ up in the Bronx. I see you, Augusto. To promote him, man. He's been a big help, man, in me getting this podcast off the ground and have it looking the way that it's looking, man. And we appreciate him, man. Yeah, man. So what's up, y'all? What y'all doing, man? Talk to me, man. Nobody's gonna call. Y'all scared to call? Don't do that, man. Don't be scared to call, man. Friday night men's meeting, man. Call in and talk about what you want to talk about. You want to talk about your honey? Whatever, man. We here. We eating cherries. We got the dope cherries. Everything is good. Let me see if I can get my man on the phone. Let me see if I can get Black on the phone, man. I'm going to call Black. Let me see if I can get Black on the phone. Nah, I better not do Black like that, man. He may not want. I don't want to do that like that. He'll call. He got the number if he want to call. The topic, man. Augusto, we was talking about raising boys to be men. You know, raising these little boys to be men. All right, hold up, somebody calling. Podcast with Soul. Who's this?
Alec Mizrahi.
Alec, what's going on, man? Alec Mizrahi in the building, y'all. Check him out, y'all.
Oh man, I wanted to ask what you're saying about masculinity, right?
Your phone is breaking up, Alec. All right, he hung up. Maybe you'll call back. Alex, your phone was going in and out, man. So if you can clear that up, please call back. We want to talk to you. We want to hear what you got to say. This is the podcast with Soul, Friday night men's meeting. Sean G live on deck. Y'all see it. Call back, man. Call back. Al, your connection bad. Call back. Let's try it again. We don't give up. We keep going. We don't never give up. Never quit. Welcome to the podcast with Soul, y'all. I'm excited. Go on my website, get some merch, get the shirt. This is Sean G. This is me doing the burpees, man. We ain't never stop. I got some other shirts, man. Appreciate everybody that's done bought shirts and books. I've been selling a lot of them lately. And I appreciate y'all for that, man. Thank you for the likes and the comments. Hey, please hit that like button and share this video when you get off. Share this live. Yeah, so we, this is what we do, man. Every night, every Friday. I don't know if I'm going to do... Jeremy Jacobs, what's up? Talk to us, man.
Hey, man, what's going on? Sean G. Dallas in here.
Dallas,
I got
Texas.
a 1-year-old son. And, listening to the way that you handle it, Sean, I've been reading the book. So, I got it not too long ago. And it helps, as far as character goes. So, I'm able to teach them different characteristics to help build them up in this world. I was one of those young men who didn't have a father. I had a stepdad, but didn't have my father, and it wasn't the same, so different things that I hear you talk about help out. And I kind of got the same thing you got. My mama taught me responsibility, taught me how to cook. So, it's good to see we all on the same page out here being brought up the right way.
Hey, Jeremy, man, I appreciate you calling. Now, what you say you calling from Dallas, Texas?
Yeah, Dallas, man.
Okay, and how old are you?
Now, I'm 32.
32, and you got a 1-year-old.
1-year-old son,
What's his
7-year-old daughter.
What's your son's
Jabari.
name? Who?
His name is Jabari.
Man, shout out to Jabari, man. Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Jabari down there in Dallas, man. Hey, Jeremy, man.
We picked his name. It means ruler in Arabic. It stands for ruler. So, he already got a tag on him to control shit. Because how Shanji said, this shit don't stop, man.
Yo, Jeremy Jacobs in the building, man. Dallas, Texas. Hey, Jeremy, first of all, man, let me thank you for calling in tonight. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. You bought my book, right?
Yeah, man. I bought the volume 1. Because I said I'm not going to get the second one until I read the first one. Because ain't no point in buying both of them and let them sit up and collect dust.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for that, man. Thank you for subscribing to my other channel, man, and watching the videos. I appreciate you, man. And, and I wish you all the best with Jabari, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Appreciate what you do for us as humans. And not just as men, but as humans.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Are there any calisthenics parks down there in Dallas, Jeremy?
No, there's not a whole lot of them, but what I do myself personally, I go down to this playground downstairs where I'm at and do dips on the steps, and then I can do incline push-ups, decline push-ups, but like pull-up bars and different things like that, they hard to come by.
All right, so we got to come down there, man. We got to go to the Parks Department in Dallas and tell them, man, yo, y'all got to start building some calisthenics parks, man, all around the city, man, because we want to come down there. We want to get busy, man. We want to get some sets and reps. We want to do 10 sets of 10s down there, man. Yeah.
Man, all day. I'm with it.
All right. Hey, Jeremy, man, thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, already.
Dallas, Texas in the building, y'all. All right. Phone line is open, man. Phone line is open. It's Akum, I see you. It's Akum, I see you, man. Phone line is open, man. Check out my Patreon, GunbyPublishing.BigCartel.com. Get your shirt, hat. Both of my books is over there. Appreciate everybody for coming through tonight, man. You know, I love this this microphone in front of me. I love these headphones. This was a great thing that I've done, and I procrastinated on doing this for weeks and months, but we here now. It's up. We rocking, and it's just on the way up from here. We're only going to get better. We're going to grow. I don't know if I'm going to do this Friday night men's meeting every Friday at 8 o'clock East Coast time. I may or I may not. Excuse me. But I will be doing, right now in my mind, I'm going to be doing episodes in the morning, first thing in the morning, to kind of set the tone for the day. And that's what I'm thinking right now. But I really don't have no plan, no strategy other than to just be truthful and be honest and be authentic with y'all. And I think if I do that, I'm going to win. So I'm Khaled, what's up, man? Khaled, what's happening, man? You know, we gonna keep doing our thing. Anybody want to call in? If y'all don't want to call in, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Sean had a baseball game yesterday, playoff game. They won. And I was eating a whole bunch of sunflower seeds, man. You know them sunflower seeds be salty, man. And that salt had me up, man. Oh, now I couldn't even get no sleep, man. So I'm going to make up for it tonight and get up tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Saturday. And Sunday, I'm planning on catching up with Explosive Joe. We're going to do the 50 pull-ups, 100 push-ups challenge. And, get some footage this weekend. So glad and grateful because he's a classic old school masculine man. You know, the exact type we all, as men by default, had to turn out to be and turn into. You're right. Hassan Nassar in the building, man. Canada in the house, man. Hassan Nassar. Yeah, man. So I appreciate all of y'all, man. Share it. If you like what you've heard, share this link with somebody and just encourage them to listen. Just say, check it out, man. You know, they don't got to subscribe. Just say, check it out. But if you dig what he's saying, you know, subscribe to his channel, subscribe to his Patreon, just check my man out. Feeling wavy too. Hey, Sean, I'm battling a porn addiction right now. And at the moment, it's getting to be the best. It's getting the best of me. Have you got any advice for overcoming addiction? Oh, Hassan Nassar, I'm sorry, man. Hassan Nassar is from London, man. He's not from Canada. We got London in the building, man. London town in the building. Feeling wavy too. I did a whole video on my other YouTube channel about porn addiction. So I'm going to encourage you to go to my other channel, Sean G, and type in Sean G Porn Addiction on YouTube, and it'll come up. You can check it out. You know, with any addiction, food addiction, sex addiction, porn addiction, weed addiction, because I don't smoke no weed. I don't smoke no weed. I don't smoke no weed. Drug addiction, gambling addiction, with any addiction, it's a mental issue. And it's something underlying, something deeper underlying the repetitive action, you know, going to the casino or getting high or drinking or whatever, gambling, whatever. There's something underneath that is the foundation for that behavior, man. And it takes a real searching look at yourself that a lot of people don't have the courage to do, because you got to uncover, you got to take off a lot of blankets, man, that have been covering you up your life. And a lot of those blankets are self-manufactured. You covered yourself up yourself to protect yourself for whatever reason. And you gotta peel back them layers, man, and you know, deal with that, man. You know, that's pretty much all I could tell you, homeboy. And that you're not alone. You know, you're not alone. You know, I dealt with addiction. I had a real bad drug addiction in the 80s. I got clean. October 16th, 1990 is my clean date. I don't get high. That's why I look as good as I look, and I work out like I work out. You understand? And active addiction of any type is a monster. It's a monster. So, all the best to you on that, man. But yo, we've come. Let's play with some of these buttons, see what they do. Hold on. That's what y'all sound like, man. That's what my phone sound. That's what the call-in phone sound like. Now, this is what's going to happen. You watch. You watch. I'm telling y'all to call in. I got the number up there for you to call in. You could call in, but for whatever reason you ain't calling, it's going to come a point. You see right now it's only 25 people watching. One day it's going to be 250 people watching, and the phone is going to be ringing, and you're not going to be able to get through. And then you're going to be like, damn, I should have called back when the Sean show was new, when it was small, and I could have got right in. Or I may even stop accepting phone calls altogether because it may get too crazy. But I want to thank all y'all for coming out, man. Share this live. Friday Night Men's Meeting, the podcast with Soul. Sean G. Peace out.